Well, it's funny you should... I mean, see, George, they're onto us!
Let's get out of here.
So hey, a quick Stardust update just dropped, and I just want to say some concerns and points I have about it. Now overall, I was quite excited with having a new update that wasn't Space Battleship Yamato, Halo, or Star Wars, because the recent Halo update pretty much just added a bunch of tier 5 ships which no new player could really get, which was kind of heartbreaking for them, but for us high tier players it was kind of fun. So they decided to add a bunch of new tech trees. They've added the Mass Effect and the Expanse one. Now, what do I think of these tech trees? Now, I find the Expanse tech tree to be more of just a re-textured Halo one. All the ships here, they kind of just play like Halo ships, but instead of Mach cannons, they have rail guns, and instead of missiles, they have torpedoes. I wouldn't say that's bad. I like Halo ships. It's just, when you release a new update with a brand new tech tree, you kind of hope that that tech tree will have ships in it which play differently to the ships beforehand. So originally you had Halo, which were long range ships. Then you had Star Wars, which were short range brawler ships. And you had Space Battleship Yamato, which were kind of a combination of the both, but sacrificed health for speed, which made them quite maneuverable. And when you added Mass Effect and the Expanse tech tree, I was kind of hoping they would bring new game styles to the game. But really, they haven't. You can see, like I said, these play a lot like Halo ships. They have 2 railguns and a bunch of missiles. And they have alright point defense. The Expanse has 3 nations. They have the Belters, whatever, and then it has the United Nations, and then it has the Martians. The only problem I have with all of them is they're not really different. They look different. They look very different to all the other ships. And they all have slightly different functions. But overall, they're all pretty much the same type of ship, same game style. Basically just Halo ships have the Mach and have the railguns, have the missiles and torpedoes. The only real unique thing I'd say about these would be the Shandian, which has a ability where if it cloaks, it can only drift. It can't move around when it's cloaked, which adds quite a bit of fun. It's quite fun to drift around. The only problem I have with this ship, though, is it just doesn't do enough damage. They have taken the Halo grind for real this time and have gone, let's make a thing even more harmful to grind for. So the Banshee here, 300,000 XP, doesn't sound like much. You consider what the Shandian is, or how much damage it does. That 300k is going to take a very long time if you don't have about a bazillion boosters lying around in your arsenal that you can just expend at free will. Now, I would say the Stealth C does look very powerful, has all those nuclear cluster bombs, but I just don't really want to grind for this, man. It's just a massive grind. It's just not for me, really. But what about the Mass Effect ships? I haven't really played enough of them. The grind for them is atrocious. They keep changing things, which I am grateful for, because the Alamo used to be like 100k, and then they lowered it to 50k, but grinding in this thing was absolutely horrendous. I would say the Mass Effect ships are the most grindiest things on the tech trees right now. Once you break through the tier 3 barrier, they get a lot easier to grind. And a lot more fun to play. Yeah, the grind for these are atrocious. Like, you are going to be sitting there on your computer for hours just to get one tier 3 ship. I have been analysing the Mass Effect ships to try and see what their gameplay is like and asking people in-game what the ships are like. And for the Cybrine and the Destiny Ascension ships, people have been saying they're not that good. They have a lot of health, like the most health in the game, but they just don't do enough damage. And I've been told by other people that these ships here kind of just play like New Republic, like the Endurance. They're just kind of long range, but not super long range. But yeah, that's pretty much this video. It's just me complaining about the update. I know for a fact the developers are working very hard in this update. They pre-launched it with most of, like, half the trees just not even there yet, which is understandable. I do understand they are going to nerf them, probably in a balance patch, so we'll see what happens. But hopefully they take some of my points into consideration for their balance patch. But yeah, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And I'll make another video when I eventually have one of these tier 5 ships. I used a different video format this time, a bit more short-paced, quicker. A bit meme at the front, you know. If you like that, comment down below saying you like it so I know how to use it for the future. Alright, goodbye. See you later.